Unit 1. Which career? In groups. Read the letter below to a problem page. From a student. Confused about choosing a career. Discuss the letter and decide what advice you would offer her. Dear Counselor, I'm a 16-year-old student, and I'm really confused about choosing the right career. The problem is, there's so much choice these days. My father has his own company, and he wants me to study business administration. But I'm not very interested in business. I've thought about becoming an air traffic controller. But I'm not good at maths and science. And the training is very long. I have good communication skills. And I've often thought about a career in the media dash. Perhaps a journalist. Or a TV reporter. I like acting too. Or maybe I could get a job as a tour guide. I like computers. And I'm quite creative. So perhaps I could be a web designer. Or a computer programmer. I'm fond of animals. And I'd love to work with them. So perhaps I should train to be a vet. Or maybe just work in a pet shop. What do you think? Can you advise me which career to choose? Yours. Confused. The phrases used to express suggestions and give advice. This student should. We think the student should. It would be a good idea for the student to. Why doesn't the student? The student needs to. For example, acting is insecure. For example, it would be good to have a knowledge of languages to be a tour guide. Read the following texts and decide which personality type you are. This will help you to choose the right kind of career. That is, the types of jobs which you are best suited for and would find most enjoyable. People with a realistic personality are practical. They like working with their hands and using machines and tools. People with an artistic personality are creative. They like to express themselves through art. People with an enterprising personality are confident. They are good at leading others and persuading them to do things. They are also risk takers. People with an investigative personality are curious. They enjoy learning and like analyzing situations and solving problems. People with a social personality are friendly. They enjoy working with other people and training them. People with a conventional personality are careful and like to follow routines. They are good at organizing things and paying attention to detail. For example, someone with an investigative personality would make a good scientist or detective. Turn to communication. Activity 2 on page 67 of your course book. Look at the pictures of the animals. Read the descriptions of the personality types and match each animal to its description. Communication. Activity 2. Psychologists have associated some characteristics of people with certain characteristics of animals. In pairs, look at the pictures of the animals. Read descriptions 1 to 8 and match each animal to the most appropriate description. Do you agree with the descriptions? Discuss. A parrot. B. Lion. C. Giraffe. D. Monkey. E. Tortoise. F. Cat. G. Rhino. H. Owl. 1. I love to wear bright colors to work. 2. I look down on everyone else. 3. I'm very sociable. I like playing tricks on my colleague. 4. I have excellent leadership skills. 5. I'm very wise. I know a lot of things. 6. I'm a very slow and careful worker. 7. I like working independently. I like sleeping too. 8. I'm thick-skinned and not very sensitive to people's feelings. Read the article about Steph Galter. As you read, look for the answer to this question. According to Steph, what skills do you need to be a good weather presenter? An interesting career. Steph Galter is the senior weather presenter for Al Jazeera English TV. Although she studied physics at university, she had never thought specifically about a career as a weather presenter. However, after graduating, Steph saw an advertisement by the UK Meteorological Office, the Met Office. They were looking for graduates in physics and maths to train as weather forecasters. Steph applied and was accepted. After an 18-month training course, she went for an interview as a British Broadcasting Corporation BBC weather presenter. In 2006, she moved to Doha to work for Al Jazeera. Steph believes that weather presenters need to be good at communicating. They need to be able to present their information in an interesting way that people can easily understand. In Steph's view, you have to have an excellent memory. This is because a weather forecaster, unlike a newsreader and a sports presenter, doesn't use auto-cue and needs to store all the information in his or her head. For Steph, the most challenging aspect of her job is answering people's questions live on air. You have to be prepared for anything, she says. You can be asked anything from, what's the difference between a tornado and a cyclone? To why is there so much rain in Western Europe? You have to have an answer ready, or people will think you don't know your job. Answer: you need to be good at communicating, and able to present information in an interesting and clear way. You also need an excellent memory. Decide if the following statements are true, T, false, F, or if there is no information given, NG. Write T, F or NG in the boxes.
1. Steph always wanted to be a weather presenter. 2. Steph did a training course with the Met Office. 3. Presenting the weather is similar to reading the news. 4. Steph is often asked questions about the weather in Oman. Time to talk. Work in groups of 4. Talk for 1 to 2 minutes to the other members of your group about a job that you would like to do. Before you begin, make notes in your exercise book about what you know about this job. If you know anyone who does this job, Why you would like to do this job. Why you think you would be a good at this job. After your talk, be prepared to answer questions from your group.